Continues to join everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And I know I took a peek at that 7-day forecast, and it doesn't look like there's a spot of rain for the next 7 days.
Yes, it looks to be dry for the weekend, even into next week. We're in a really nice stretch right now of quiet weather.
Amazing stretch.
Yes, I know, especially because I feel like fall, we get a lot of the nicer weather, so it's a great start to fall.
Good month to take some time off.
Yes, for sure. So let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. We are chilly this morning, upper 30s and low 40s. 43 degrees in Whitesboro, Richfield Springs, and in Earlville. There also is the possibility of patchy frost this morning. We are dry on our Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but we are seeing dew, the possibility of patchy frost in the outlying areas, and there is the possibility of some fog. So be careful of that as well. But today we are going to warm up into the 60s. It's going to be like yesterday with that faded sunshine. That's due to higher level clouds along with light wildfire smoke, but this wildfire smoke is not affecting the air quality. So for today, expect that faded sunshine, highs just reaching the 60s. I will talk a little bit more about that wildfire smoke coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast, never more than 10 minutes away. We start this morning.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. Breezy conditions continue for the rest of this week, even what looks like into the weekend. But we are overall seeing quiet weather. Other than that, we are going to be seeing faded sunshine both today and tomorrow. This is due to light wildfire smoke high up in the atmosphere, and it is not expected to affect the air quality. It just will bring in some light smoke that makes it look like faded sunshine outside. We do see some clouds come in for Friday, and then as we head into the weekend, it looks mostly sunny, and we really start to warm up. So far this weekend is looking really nice. We'll be in the lower 70s on Saturday, even into the mid 70s on Sunday. Next week looks to get even warmer. Gary.
Thanks for that great news.
Yes.
Hannah, thanks. Well, getting past.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with some patchy fog this morning, but it is going to be another pleasant day today with highs in the 60s. So let's take a look at downtown Utica. As we can see, pretty foggy here. Once again, patchy fog to start. We're also seeing dew this morning, and it is possible to see some frost because last night we did fall into the 30s for some of us. Here is our temperatures to start. We have 39 degrees in Little Falls, 43 degrees in Whitesboro, and if we look to the south, 39 degrees in Norwich and 37 degrees in Hamilton and Skanevis. Because that dew point is right around the temperature, 38 degrees for the dew point, that is what is developing the dew this morning along with the fog. But we are dry. This is our Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, and we will remain dry and quiet once again today, thanks to this area of high pressure that even looks to stick around into next week. The only thing about today, though, is that we could be seeing some light wildfire smoke. So faded sunshine is going to occur today. That's due to light wildfire smoke coming in that's higher up in the atmosphere that creates that faded sunshine look. But this will not affect the air quality, will not cause any issues there because it is higher up in the atmosphere. It does look to stick around for tomorrow as well, and then maybe even Friday. So we will continue to see faded sunshine because of this light Canadian wildfire smoke. But still a nice day to spend outside. Still pleasant. We'll be in the 60s for today and tomorrow with that faded sunshine. I would say yes on Friday too. It is going to be dry but mostly cloudy on Friday. Great weather to eat outside. We're not humid, nice and comfortable in the 60s for today and tomorrow, and even in the low 70s on Friday. It will continue to warm up this weekend, and this weekend peak color is expected up in the Adirondacks. So at this point, they are at midpoint, but their peak color is expected this weekend. We are going to continue to see the leaves changing right on schedule this year. So today on our Skycast, we will be seeing faded sunshine. We'll be in the mid 60s at noon and the upper 60s for the high temperature. Tonight, those clouds clear out and it gets chilly again with overnight lows in the lower 40s. Tomorrow, it will warm up a little bit more. We'll be in the mid 60s again at noon and near 70 degrees for the high temperature with that faded sunshine once again. So expect pleasant weather today. We do see faded sunshine. It's going to be like yesterday. We reached the mid to upper 60s. Then tonight will fall into the lower 40s as those clouds clear out. Tomorrow, faded sunshine is expected. We do see extra cloud cover Friday, and it looks nice and warm this weekend, really warming up next week too.
What
Gary.
a great week to get out and do some stuff.
Yes, it's perfect. It's not too hot this week. It does get warm next week though.
It's probably one of the best weeks of the year.
Yes, for
Hannah,
sure.
thanks. The time right now is 5:23. Joining us for this half hour, I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And the weather just keeps rolling along.
Yes, we're going to see another nice day today with that faded sunshine, and then we will continue to warm up into the weekend and next week.
It's just perfect out there these days.
Yes, it's really pleasant. Yesterday felt really nice as well.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes, same. So let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. We're a little bit chilly this morning. Upper 30s to low 40s is expected. 41 degrees in Richfield Springs and Earlville, and 39 degrees in Little Falls and Westmoreland. We are dry this morning. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but we are tracking the possibility of patchy fog as well as dew to start. We're also tracking the possibility of some patchy frost this morning, especially in the Adirondacks, so be careful of that. We are going to be seeing faded sunshine again today, very similar to yesterday. This is due to higher clouds along with light wildfire smoke, but this wildfire smoke is not expected to affect the air quality. So for the rest of today, expect faded sunshine, pleasant weather. Highs will be in the upper 60s. I will talk a little bit more about this quiet weather we're seeing coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Now to the ongoing.
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. It's pretty chilly this morning, and we're also seeing some patchy fog. So I would definitely recommend grabbing a warm drink or a large cup of coffee. We're just around 40 degrees for most of us this morning and seeing that fog because our dew point is in the upper 30s. Today, we will reach the mid to upper 60s. Same thing goes for tomorrow and Friday. This is due to faded sunshine, so we will be a little bit on the cooler side because of light wildfire smoke and higher level clouds. But we will be seeing sun for the weekend and into next week, so we really start to warm up with our temperatures reaching above average. So we will be really comfortable and refreshing for our dew points over the next couple of days, and we're still not looking to get humid at all, even when it does start to warm up. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Some sad news to tell
New
you.
York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with some fog this morning, and it is a little bit chilly, but today will be another pleasant day. So let's take a look at downtown Utica. We can see some fog developing here this morning. It's also possible to see some patchy frost, especially if you do live in the outlying areas. But we will warm up today to the 60s. It's going to be very similar to yesterday. So with our sky watchers right now, we're mostly in the 30s to 40s. 40 degrees in Old Forge and 37 degrees in Westdale. And looking to the south, we have 34 degrees in Hartwick and 37 degrees in Evanston. We do have some reports of some frost developing here this morning, and that's happening in Hartwick. It's especially going to happen in areas that aren't seeing fog as that temperature continues to drop right before sunrise. So our dew point is right around 38 degrees. So temperatures right around this number will form fog this morning. So just be careful for patchy fog. We are dry on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, and today we will remain dry again thanks to this area of high pressure that looks to stick around and bring quiet weather to the region even into next week. But what is happening in our atmosphere is we actually are seeing some light Canadian wildfire smoke moving back in. So that will bring faded sunshine for today and tomorrow as well. So with this smoke coming in, it looks to just bring that faded sunshine to the area, and it is not looking to affect or impact the air quality at all. So if you did want to spend time outside, great weather for that. It's going to be pleasant today like yesterday. Same thing tomorrow where we see temperatures in the 60s with that faded sunshine. I would still say yes on Friday, but at this point it is looking like we are going to be seeing some extra cloud cover on Friday. Perfect weather to eat lunch or dinner outside since it's not too hot. It's really comfortable. Yes, for today, tomorrow, Friday. We'll start to warm up a little bit more on Friday and the weekend. weekend is looking beautiful as well. So if you did want to check out the fall foliage up in Adirondacks this weekend, it is expected to be at its peak fall foliage. Maybe a nice weekend to go up and look at that fall foliage up there. The fall foliage and the leaves changing is right on schedule for this time this year. So on our Skycast today, we will continue to see higher level clouds along with some light wildfire smoke bringing in that faded sunshine. But it's still going to be a nice pleasant day with highs in the upper 60s. Tonight we will fall into the low 40s. Another chilly night is expected once again. And tomorrow faded sunshine is expected once again with higher level clouds and some light wildfire smoke sticking around. And that keeps us into just the upper 60s for the high temperature. So today expect faded sunshine, upper 60s, overall a pleasant day, and we do get pretty chilly again tonight. Tomorrow, same thing, faded sunshine will be in the upper 60s. Some extra cloud cover comes in Friday, and we'll start to warm up into the weekend and next week. Gary?
All stuffed up.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Those allergies are tough.
Yeah, it's either allergies or cold. Usually when the leaves change, I get like a cold or something.
Oh, let's hope not.
Yeah.
Anna, thanks. The time right now is 5:53. Still joining us, I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Oh, you sound like
Rudolph. Remember Rudolph?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like I woke up this morning with kind of like a sore throat, and then my nose is all stuffed up, so it's like horrible.
maybe you need some rest.
Yes, I definitely do need a nice vacation.
And it's a good day to get outside if you don't need that rest. Right?
Yeah, so it's nice and pleasant today. It's going to be similar to yesterday. So let's take a look at the temperatures to start. We're starting out in the 30s to 40s this morning. So patchy frost is possible along with some patchy fog. We have 40 degrees in Richfield Springs, 39 degrees in Westmoreland and Earlville, and we are dry. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We look to remain dry into even the weekend and into next week. So just be careful. There is some patchy frost developing this morning, especially in areas that are not seeing fog. We're also seeing some fog as well, and today we are going to be seeing faded sunshine again. That's due to higher level clouds moving in along with some light wildfire smoke that is not expected to affect the air quality. So expect faded sunshine today. We'll reach the mid to upper 60s. We will be pleasant. I will talk more about this quiet weather this week coming up, Gary.
Anna, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, we begin this.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. We are going to be a little bit breezy for today and for the rest of the week with this quiet weather. So we will continue to see dry conditions and some sun, and we will be a little bit breezy. But today and tomorrow, faded sunshine is expected once again due to higher level clouds along with some light wildfire smoke from Canada that's not expected to affect the air quality. We will be seeing more clouds come in on Friday, but then sunshine does return for this weekend. So far this weekend is looking really nice and sunny. It looks like we will warm up. We'll be in the low 70s on Saturday, and the mid 70s are expected on Sunday. Gary?
Thanks. Getting past typical teenage social.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with some patchy fog. Even some patchy frost is possible this morning, but it will warm up to another pleasant day again. So let's take a look at downtown Utica. We are seeing some fog here in downtown Utica, and it is possible in areas that aren't seeing fog this morning to see some frost with those lower temperatures. So here's what our sky watchers have. We are in the 30s to 40s in the Mohawk Valley and up north. 40 degrees in Old Forge, 36 degrees in Clinton, and it looks like these areas are just seeing some fog. But if we do look down to the southern valleys, especially like the Hartwick area, we are seeing some frost starting to develop with not really too much fog. Even 34 degrees in Hartwick and 30 degrees in Edmiston. Our dew point is right at 38 degrees. So once again, any temperature within 5 degrees of this dew point is going to be seeing some patchy patchy fog to start. So just be careful of that this morning. We are dry on our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar, and this is thanks to an area of high pressure. High pressure will stay in the area for the end of the week, even into the weekend and next week, continuing to give us really quiet conditions. But what is going to happen today is we are actually going to be seeing some light wildfire smoke make its way in from the Canadian wildfires. So today and tomorrow it is expected to see faded sunshine once again, and that does keep our temperature a little bit lower. We'll just be in the mid to the upper 60s for the high temperature both today and tomorrow with this near surface smoke coming in. But this will not affect the air quality. It's just going to give in some faded sunshine. So nice weather still for outdoor time. I would say yes for the rest of this week, and really nice weather to eat lunch or dinner outside. It's really comfortable, pleasant, low humidity, upper 60s today and tomorrow, and will warm up a little bit more heading into Friday. As well as this weekend, we will continue to warm up. This weekend, peak fall colors expected up in the Adirondacks. Might be a nice weekend to go up and look at that. But at this point, they're just at midpoint. They are expected to reach peak this weekend. So our fall foliage color report is right on track for this year. So on our skycast here today, it looks like we'll reach the mid 60s at noon and the upper 60s for the high temperature, with those higher level clouds coming in along with light wildfire smoke giving it some faded sunshine. We'll clear out tonight with the low in the low 40s, and tomorrow once again light wildfire smoke is expected along with higher level clouds. We'll reach the mid to upper 60s for the high temperature once again. So expect faded sunshine today as we reach the mid to upper 60s, but still a pleasant dry day outside. Tonight we will fall into the low 40s, getting chilly again. Tomorrow is going to be similar to today, and we will be seeing some extra cloud cover Friday. We'll warm up with sunshine into the weekend and next week. Gary?
Popular number right there, 67, 67, 67.
Yeah, so just like mid to upper 60s. That's like on the verge of that.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yes, it is.
Hannah, thanks. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow. Join us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And if you can't tell, Hannah is battling something this morning, huh?
Yes, I think that it's a cold. Usually I get one if the seasons start to change. It's getting colder and then it's like hot during the day. So yeah.
It happens to a lot of folks.
Yeah, so it's like a stuffy nose and a sore throat, unfortunately. But let's take a look now at the temperatures this morning. It's going to be a nice day today. We're starting out in the upper 30s to low 40s, 38 degrees in Little Falls, 40 degrees in Richfield Springs, so a little bit chilly. We're also dealing with some patchy fog, even some patchy frost. We are dry on our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar, and we are seeing the possibility of some frost this morning along with some fog. Today we will warm up to the 60s, but we will be seeing some faded sunshine once again. This is due to higher level clouds along with some light Canadian wildfire smoke, but that smoke is not expected to affect the air quality. So today expect faded sunshine, highs in the mid to upper 60s, a nice pleasant day ahead. I will talk more about this nice quiet weather we're seeing coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Now to the ongoing auto.
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. We're really chilly to start. I would definitely recommend grabbing a warm drink or a large cup of coffee as we head into this morning. Temperatures are just in the lower to mid 40s, and we are seeing the possibility of some patchy frost and fog as well. As we head into the next couple of days, we will stay just around average with high temperatures in the mid to upper 60s for this time of year. But we'll get sunny again this weekend and into next week. So that's when our temperatures start to increase to above average in the lower to mid 70s. So although those temperatures start to increase, the humidity looks to remain normal, and it looks to get not humid. So we will be in the 40s for the dew point over today and tomorrow, nice and comfortable, and we'll still be comfortable for Friday and the weekend. Gary?
Thanks. Some sad news to tell you about now.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with some patchy fog this morning. Even some patchy frost is possible, but it is going to be another nice day. So let's take a look at the CAVV tower camera. We can see that line of clouds here. That is lower level clouds creating some fog this morning. And here is also a look at downtown Utica. So here's below those clouds. Patchy fog is possible. Just be very careful of low visibility when driving. So this morning, we're waking up a little bit chilly. Our skywatchers have us this morning in the upper 30s to low 40s. If we look on our skywatchers map here, we have 41 degrees in New Hartford and 37 degrees in Westdale and Verona Beach. Looking to the south, we have 34 degrees in Hartwick and 40 degrees in Milford. So this morning, it's also possible to see some patchy frost. I do have some reports of that this morning, also with that fog, so just be careful. The dew point's right around 38 degrees, so when the dew point and the temperature are within a couple of degrees of each other, that's when we do see that fog develop. But we are dry. This is our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. We will remain dry today through the end of the week, the weekend, even into next week, because this high pressure system sticks around. So Nala and her neighbor this morning are super excited about that. Today she is saying hi to Sweetums. Looks a little bit tired still this morning, but they're super excited that they can sunbathe again in the faded sunshine with the pleasant weather conditions. So the sunshine is going to be faded again today due to higher level clouds, along with some light Canadian wildfire smoke moving back in. So this smoke will give faded sunshine today and tomorrow, but it doesn't look to affect the air quality at all. So we'll keep you updated on that. But at this point, it looks like it still is going to be pleasant today. We'll be in the 60s, beautiful weather for outdoor time. Same thing tomorrow, and Friday will be nice as well. Nice weather to eat lunch or dinner outside because it won't be humid, nice and comfortable. Once again, we'll be in the upper 60s today and tomorrow. And on Friday, we do see some extra cloud cover come in, so it looks cloudy on Friday, but it still is going to be nice, pleasant, and dry. This weekend looks really nice as well with the sunshine returning. And this weekend up in the Adirondacks, it is expected to reach peak fall color. So this year, our schedule with the leaves change is right on time. So on our skycast today, higher level clouds come in along with that light Canadian wildfire smoke that keeps our temperature a little bit lower. We'll just be in the upper 60s. Tonight we'll get chilly again. We'll fall into the lower 40s. And tomorrow, faded sunshine and higher level clouds allow for our temperatures to just be in the upper 60s once again with that faded sunshine. So expect faded sunshine today as we reach the mid to upper 60s, and tonight we'll drop into the low 40s once again. Tomorrow it will remain on the cooler side. We'll be in the upper 60s. Same thing goes for Friday. We'll start to warm up over the weekend and into next week as the sun returns. Scary.
Yeah, some sunshine each and every day.
Yes, it looks really nice. Nice fall stretch that we're in.
Yeah, it's a great stretch. Hannah, thanks. The time right now, 6:52. Still ahead.
From where the news comes first, this is News Channel 2 at 7 a.m. on CW11.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on CW11 this morning. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And get ready for another gorgeous September day here in the Mohawk Valley.
Yes, so it's going to be like yesterday with the faded sunshine, temperatures in the 60s, so it's not too hot. It's nice and comfortable.
Yeah, perfect to get out for a walk or do the lawn, whatever you need to do.
Yes, because it won't be too hot either. So let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. We are starting out chilly though. We're in the upper 30s and low 40s. 39 degrees in Richfield Springs and Westmoreland, and 38 degrees in Little Falls and Earlville. We are dry on our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar. We will remain dry again today thanks to high pressure. But we're starting out with some patchy fog this morning. Some frost is possible in the outlying areas, so just keep that in mind. We will continue to see nice weather today with faded sunshine. This is due to higher level clouds moving in along with light wildfire smoke, but it's not looking to affect the air quality. So for the rest of today, expect faded sunshine, highs in the mid to upper 60s. I will talk more about this nice weather coming up, Gary.
Anna, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, now to our nation.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with some patchy fog this morning, and it is chilly, but it's going to be another nice day. Let's take a look at the CAVV tower camera. So we can see here that lower level of clouds into the Mohawk Valley. That is our fog. Here's a look at downtown Utica. This is just below those clouds here this morning. So just watch out for low visibility as you are driving. And it also is pretty chilly. Our skywatchers have us in the 30s and 40s. There are just some reports of frost. Not a lot of us are seeing frost, but it is possible. We have 43 degrees in Mohawk and 36 degrees in Clinton. Looking to the south, we have 40 degrees in Milford and 37 degrees in Emiston. So with that dew point being at 37 degrees, that is close to the temperature, and that is what's creating the fog this morning. We are dry on our Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar, and we will remain dry and nice again today thanks to this area of high pressure that looks to stick around for quite a while. But today we're actually going to be seeing some higher level clouds moving in, along with some light wildfire smoke from Canada. So this will not affect the air quality, but it's what gives us faded sunshine again for today and faded sunshine again for tomorrow, because the smoke looks to continue into tomorrow. But still really nice, pleasant days to spend outside. I would say yes for today, tomorrow, Friday. We are going to be nice with that faded sunshine. Friday, some extra cloud cover does come in due to a disturbance to the south of us, but it's still going to be dry and nice. So if you did want to eat lunch or dinner outside, great for that because it won't be humid. It will be nice and comfortable in the 60s over the next few days. So great weather for that. Also really nice weather to look at the fall foliage. This weekend it warms up with some sunshine, and this weekend the Adirondacks do reach their peak color. So it might be nice to go look at that this weekend. We are right on track this year for our fall foliage. So on our skycast today, higher clouds, faded sunshine is possible. We'll reach just the mid-60s because of that. Then as we head into tonight, we'll get chilly again. We'll fall into the 40s. Tomorrow, same thing, faded sunshine is possible. We'll reach the mid to upper 60s for the high temperature, the higher level clouds, and we're also going to be seeing some wildfire smoke. So for today, faded sunshine possible, mid to upper 60s. Tonight will fall into the 40s. It gets chilly again. And tomorrow, same thing, faded sunshine is possible, mid to upper 60s. We are going to be seeing some extra clouds come in for tomorrow, Friday, and then we are going to be warming up over the weekend as sunshine returns.
Here is meteorologist.
We are once again today tracking faded sunshine, but still a pleasant day expected with comfortable temperatures. The faded sunshine will continue today and tomorrow. That's due to higher level clouds and light wildfire smoke not affecting the air quality. We do see extra cloud cover coming on Friday, and then we see sunshine for the weekend. It's also going to remain a little bit breezy over the next few days and into the weekend. In my opinion, really nice fall weather over the next few days. But we are seeing that faded sunshine again for today and for tomorrow. Due to that light Canadian wildfire smoke, it's not causing any effects on our air quality, but we will continue to see pleasant weather continuing. It remains dry even into next week. So today, expect that faded sunshine, highs just in the mid to upper 60s because of that. And I will talk a little bit more about this quiet weather continuing coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Now to the United Auto Workers strike.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking really comfortable, pleasant weather again today with highs in the 60s. So let's take a look at today's high temperatures. We are expected to reach the mid to upper 60s today. A little bit cooler than if it was mostly sunny, but since we're seeing that faded sunshine, we will stay in the 60s. 67 degrees expected in Utica, Rome, and Camden. 65 degrees in Waterville. And looking to the south, 64 degrees in Cooperstown, Richfield Springs, and in Hamilton expected for the high temperatures today. So really comfortable fall weather continues. We are dry on our Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. We will remain dry through the end of the week, the weekend, even into next next week thanks to high pressure staying in our area for that long period. So today, Nala and her neighbor are super excited to sunbathe in the nice fall weather. Today, she is saying hi to Sweetums, and once again, they're really enjoying this weather where we're dry with sunshine and it's not gloomy or raining or anything like that. They love the nice weather. But today, we are seeing that faded sunshine again due to higher level clouds along with light Canadian wildfire smoke. We will continue to see this smoke come in for today and for tomorrow. It continues, but it doesn't look to have any effects on our air quality since it is higher up and it is light. It is just bringing that faded sunshine. So I would say it's really nice weather for apple picking. Any other outdoor activities will be in the upper 60s for the next few days, and we are going to remain nice and dry and really comfortable in terms of fall weather. We'll start to warm up over the weekend as the smoke clears out and sun returns, so we'll be in the lower to mid 70s this weekend. The fall foliage is right on track for this season. The Adirondacks are expected to reach their peak fall color this weekend, so it might be a nice trip to head up there for this weekend. So on our skycast for the rest of today, we will be in the mid to upper 60s with those higher level clouds and that light wildfire smoke. Tonight we'll drop into the lower 40s, so another chilly night again. Tomorrow, same thing kind of as today with higher level clouds and light wildfire smoke. We'll be in the mid to upper 60s for the high temperature with really nice fall weather continuing. So that faded sunshine continues once again for today. A little bit of a breeze as well, but overall a pleasant day outside and another cool, chilly night. Tomorrow, same thing. Friday, we do see extra cloud cover come in, but sunshine returns for the weekend and we'll start to warm up. We'll really warm up next week.
Hannah, thank you. It is National Chocolate Milk Day. Once again, here is meteorologist Hannah Evans.
We are once again today tracking faded sunshine, very similar to yesterday, but it will remain really pleasant. We are seeing this because of higher level clouds moving in along with Canadian wildfire smoke. It will be the same thing tomorrow, but still pleasant. And then we will be seeing extra cloud cover come in on Friday, but sunshine returns this weekend. Also going to remain a little bit breezy over the next few days and into the weekend, but still really pleasant fall weather does continue over these next few days. We will be seeing faded sunshine again today, and that keeps our temperature on the lower side. We'll just be in the mid to upper 60s for the high temperature, and this is due to that light Canadian wildfire smoke. It doesn't have any effects on our air quality. So the pleasant weather continues. It looks like we remain dry even into the weekend and into next week. So for the rest of today, expect faded sunshine, highs just in the mid to upper 60s, a light breeze, and I will talk more about this nice pleasant weather we're seeing coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. State police are still looking into the traffic.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking faded sunshine once again today, but overall still really pleasant fall weather. Let's take a look at today's expected high temperatures. We are expected to reach into the mid to upper 60s for today. So 66 degrees in Old Forge, Boomville, and Renton, 68 degrees in Oneida and Middleville. And if we start to take a look to the south, we will reach 64 degrees in Cooperstown, Richfield Springs, and in Hamilton. So mid to upper 60s today, not as warm as it would be if we didn't have that faded sunshine. We are dry though. This is our Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar, and we will remain dry for the end of the week, weekend, even into next week. This is thanks to this area of high pressure that will be sitting over us. But today we are seeing some light wildfire smoke making its way in, along with higher level clouds. That's why we are seeing that faded sunshine. And this wildfire smoke looks to stick around for today and even for tomorrow as well. So tomorrow it is looking like we are going to be seeing that faded sunshine once again. But this wildfire smoke does not have any effect on the air quality. So really nice weather for any fall outdoor activities, nice weather to go apple picking. We'll be in the upper 60s for the end of the week with that faded sunshine, but overall dry. It's going to be nice and pleasant, not too hot, nice and comfortable. This weekend, we are expected to reach peak fall color up in the Adirondacks, and we warm up this weekend with sunshine. So it might be a nice weekend to head up there and look at the peak fall color. Our fall foliage this year is right on schedule with what it should be. So today on our Skycast, we are seeing higher level clouds and some light smoke bring in some faded sunshine. We'll just be in the mid to upper 60s. Tonight will fall into the 40s. It will be another chilly night again as those clouds clear out. And tomorrow we will continue to see that light wildfire smoke with that faded sunshine. So high temperatures tomorrow are kind of going to be the same as today. We'll just be in the mid to upper 60s, a little bit cooler than we would be if we weren't seeing that smoke and those higher level clouds. So today, expect pleasant weather still. It's going to be faded sunny again. We'll be in the mid to upper 60s and a little bit breezy, but still a really nice day to spend outside. Tonight will fall into the low 40s as clouds decrease. We will get a bit chilly once again. Tomorrow is going to be similar to today. Friday, we do see extra cloud cover come in. That is due to a system just to the south of us. So cloud cover comes in Friday, but sunshine returns the weekend. We'll slowly start to warm up and will really warm up into next week.
Hannah, thank you. Upstate Medical.
Meteorologist Eric Gage sitting in for Bill tonight.
And what a great evening to fill in, too. Beautiful weather, just quiet conditions as well, temperatures in the 60s. That does continue for the near future as well. We're sticking around with quiet weather for the near future. Live look at Oneonta, still milky skies from not only high-level clouds, but also wildfire smoke. I'll get into that in just a minute. Temperatures are still in the mid to upper 60s, low humidity, quiet conditions on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Our headlines for tonight: patchy frost possible again, especially in those areas that did see frost last night. We also are tracking a return to some more wildfire smoke. Thankfully, nothing major at this point. And on top of that, again, overall nice stretch of weather does continue for the near future. So this evening, a cool breeze, pleasant conditions, sunshine, temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s. Again, we're talking about who can be expecting frost tonight coming up. Back over to you.
With no agreement in sight, it appears
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening and welcome back. A lovely day across central New York with a cool fall breeze, low humidity, and plenty of, I would say, kind of faded sunshine with some of these wispy, beautiful cirrus clouds way up in the atmosphere. Heads up if you are outside tonight, could be seeing a colorful sunset too with these clouds, especially as those cirrus clouds continue to move over our area. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are quiet across the area for tonight, and the only near concern for our area is going to be the possibility of frost developing, especially in areas that did see frost last night. And those valley locations, especially south of the Mohawk Valley, including areas in Otsego, Shenango, Madison counties, even some areas up north near Old Forge. Overnight lows expected to fall into the upper 30s to low 40s in the valley, I-90 corridor. However, to the south, things will cool down a bit on the cooler side into the mid to even lower 30s. Doing some harvesting for the near future, especially for tomorrow. Starting out on the cool side in the 30s and 40s. Dry weather expected throughout the day, as long as wind speeds are still on the weaker side, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. Still dry conditions for harvesting for tomorrow. And on top of that, too, we are tracking a return to some more Canadian wildfire smoke in the atmosphere. Thankfully, a lot of this will still remain aloft and to the northeast. However, skies will look slightly milky tomorrow, and you might notice a small tinge of smoke, especially in the North Country. But again, very little, if any, impact on air quality. Radar and satellite shows an area of high pressure, keeping things quiet and dry across central New York, and that'll be the case for today and at least for tonight and tomorrow. However, there's a chance for rain showers to return on Friday. And so to our Skycast. Tonight, overnight lows falling into the 40s and 30s. Cooler conditions, especially in the southern valleys tonight. Patchy fog possible, although air will be more dry, so the fog will be less thick, especially in the areas that did see fog last night in those valley locations. Tomorrow afternoon, warming up into the upper 60s with, again, faded sunshine with upper level clouds and some wildfire smoke to the northeast. And then Thursday night, clouds start to increase, and Friday looking mostly cloudy and a chance for a spotty shower in the afternoon as low pressure moves in from the south. However, this won't be a complete washout as this will gradually move its way east by Friday night. So again, only a few spotty stray showers possible by Friday evening. And so for tonight, patchy frost possible, lows down into the 30s and 40s. Tomorrow, faded sunshine, highs in the mid to upper 60s. Our 7-day forecasts, besides Friday, things are looking pretty quiet, and heading into this weekend, those of you looking to head into the North Country, see some of the fall foliage. Temperatures looking very nice, mid to low 70s and sunshine.
Whoa. Besides Friday, what's wrong with Friday? It's high school football.
That's
High
true.
school football, honestly, the weather, you know, some light rain, that's nothing bad for football.
That's
Nothing you can't handle.
Yeah.
Come on, man. All right.
Eric, thank you.
Thanks, Eric. Smartphones, tablets, gaming,
Check out the animals and check out the fall leaves
apples,
as well.
all sorts of things.
It's fall.
Yeah, that's right. And a look at our updated fall foliage report. The higher elevations near the high peaks, Adirondacks, will probably be near, if not peaking, by this weekend. Great weather to go see it, too, with low humidity and sunshine. Based off of the weather pattern, we're thinking the Mohawk Valley might stick around with the little color change, at least until early to mid-October. Still, those higher elevations, we are seeing plenty of colors already on the trees. Looking at current conditions right now in the mid to upper 60s, of course, low humidity, beautiful fall weather today. Quiet conditions in the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, dot for the radar. And for tonight, the main story is going to be a return to some areas seeing patchy fog, with lows falling into the 30s and 40s. The only real night we're going to be seeing frost for the near future. We do warm up this weekend. Look at that full forecast is coming up. Back over to you.
All right, Eric, thank you. Feeling under the weather, first off, you're not alone.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening and welcome back. Wrapping up another beautiful day across central New York with sunshine, low humidity, beautiful fall weather. Here's a live look at downtown Utica from our Nexus camera. A heads up, could be seeing a nice colorful sunset with these high-level cirrus clouds in the air, as well as some, but not a lot, wildfire smoke from Canada. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, dot for the radar. We are quiet across central New York. Quiet weather conditions will remain in the area for tonight and for tomorrow before weather starts to turn slightly unsettled on Friday. Temperatures hovering in the upper 50s to even as high as the mid to upper 60s across the area. 65 Mohawk, 65 Inlet, as well as Boonville and West Leiden. 66 degrees in Clinton, 65 degrees in Barneveld. To the south, 61 Harwich, 59 Westford, 64 Paynes Hollow, 66 Otsego, and 65 degrees over in Morris. The weather story tonight is going to return to the possibility of patchy frost developing, especially in those valley locations south of the Mohawk Valley. Those of you that saw frost yesterday could be seeing it again tonight. So if you do have any plants you want to cover up, that'd be the time to do it for tonight. Again, especially in the southern valleys, some areas in the North Country as well too. And for those of you wondering about fog, we had pretty dense fog in some parts of the area last night. Slightly higher wind speeds and more dry air into the surface will prevent a lot of that thicker fog from developing, but patchy fog is also possible tonight as well. Looking at a rainfall outlook over the next 4 days, dry conditions for Thursday, a low chance for a light shower Friday as low pressure arrives from the south, but that should move out Friday night and things do dry out with beautiful warmer weather expected for Saturday and Sunday for this coming weekend. And our radar and satellite showing a ridge of high pressure, keeping things quiet and dry here locally in central New York. And what to expect for the near term. Again, overnight lows tonight falling into the low 40s to even as low as the low 30s in outlying areas tonight, especially in the southern valleys. Tomorrow, warming up into the mid to upper 60s with a little bit of faded sunshine from not only cirrus clouds, but as well as some wildfire smoke that still should not be impacting air quality too much. Friday, increasing clouds, turning to mostly cloudy skies by Friday afternoon, and there's a chance for a spotty light shower again as that low pressure still sticks south of central New York, but for the most part, rainfall totals will be low, if not trace. And so for tonight, patchy frost, lows falling into the 30s and 40s, faded sunshine tomorrow, highs in the mid-60s. Our 7-day forecast, sunshine for tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies for Friday, beautiful weather returns Saturday and Sunday, highs in the mid to upper 70s, with quiet weather continuing for next week. Another beautiful day across central New York. Conditions are still in the mid-60s in the Mohawk Valley. Here's actually a live look in Cooperstown from Utica National Cooperstown camera. Some slight color change on the trees right now. Temperatures are in the mid-60s right here at Griffiths Park in Rome. Slight wind speeds from the southeast. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are quiet and dry across the area. Our headlines for tonight: it will cool down enough for some patchy frost to develop in some outlying areas south and north of the Mohawk Valley. We're also tracking some wildfire smoke from Canada. Nothing major, but it will affect at least some of the skies tomorrow. And on top of that, an overall nice stretch of weather will continue for the last few days of September and the first few days of October. Again, this evening, a cool breeze, temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s. We're talking about who can be seeing that frost tonight coming up. Back over to you.
Law enforcement agencies across the state can
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening and welcome back. Sunset around 6:50 tonight, and if you're outside, a great chance to look at possibly a nice colorful sunset. Here's a look currently at downtown Utica, starting to see some of those oranges and yellows in those high-level cirrus clouds move into the area. And again, 6:50 around the time of sunset, could be seeing some nice colors there. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are still quiet and dry across central New York, and quiet conditions in terms of rainfall will remain in the area for tonight, tomorrow, and for the early part of Friday. Skywatchers checking in the upper 50s to low 60s, 64 New Hartford, 59 Schuyler, 65 Barneveld, Boonville, and Inlet, as well as 66 degrees in Clinton. Wrapping up the Mohawk Valley, 66 degrees in Whitesboro, 64 Paynes Hollow to the south, 61 Hartwick, 65 Cassville, 66 in Eaton over in the western part of our area. Frost risk for tonight, highlighting areas south of the Mohawk Valley, south of Route 20, the higher elevations, as well as the valley locations in Shenango and Otsego County. Those of you who did see frost last night, you could be seeing it again tonight. Just a heads up to cover some plants that are outside. Mohawk Valley looks to remain relatively clear of any frost development. However, the North Country still could see some frost as well. And in terms of fog, we had thick fog last night for some parts of the area. Slightly stronger winds and drier air will prevent at least thicker fog from developing, but patchy fog is still possible by early tomorrow morning. And look at our rainfall outlook, still looking dry for tonight through Thursday, and by Friday afternoon, low pressure to the south could produce a spotty light shower, but nothing major in terms of rainfall for the near future, not only beyond the next 4 days, but into the next 7 as well. Saturday and Sunday weekend looking very nice with low humidity and plenty of sunshine if you have outdoor plans. Radar and satellite showing quiet conditions due to high pressure. And then again tonight, overnight lows falling into the 40s and 30s, again highlighting the risk for patchy frost in the southern valleys by early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, warming up into the mid to upper 60s with faded sunshine with some high-level clouds, as well as the possibility of wildfire smoke aloft to the eastern part of our area. By Friday, mostly cloudy skies. Some few sprinkles are possible late Friday evening as rainfall chances do come to an end Friday night. And so for tonight, patchy frost possible, lows down into the 30s and 40s, faded sunshine tomorrow, highs in the mid-60s. Our 7-day forecast, mostly cloudy, a spotty shower possible Friday evening, but so far, this weekend looking absolutely beautiful, sunshine, low humidity, 70-degree temperatures.
Good deal. Barktoberfest is Saturday.
Barktoberfest. I kind of want to visit that, even though I can't go to visit it.
Well, I know you have to work,
Yeah.
but you'll be there in spirit.
I will.
All right, thanks. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. Forecast, we bring in meteorologist Eric Gage in for Bill tonight, and we're talking frost?
Yeah, similar.
Chance? So you're saying there's a chance?
Seeing a chance, yeah. Similar story tonight compared to last night. Same areas that saw frost last night, that similar story. Southern valleys, higher elevations, as well as the North Country too. Frost chances. Overnight lows will be likely to fall into the 30s in some parts of the area. 40s for the Mohawk Valley. In fact, look at local temperatures right now. 52 Whitesboro, 46 Little Falls, 47 Westmoreland, 48 Cooperstown, 45 up north and inlet. And although some of our models are showing overnight lows in the valley falling into the 40s, it's more than likely going to be falling into the at least upper 30s for a lot of the area. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are currently all dry and quiet across central New York. And for tonight, again, patchy frost in those higher elevations, both north and south of the valley, with lows falling into the lower 40s to even 30s. We are talking about a warm-up heading into this coming weekend. Look at that full forecast is coming up. Back to you, Jason.
All right, thanks, Eric. Congress is deeply
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening and welcome back. Here is a live look at the Wynn Hospital from our Nexus camera at downtown Utica. Clear skies right now, quiet weather. The only immediate concern weather-wise is going to be some patchy frost developing in higher elevations, both north and south of the Mohawk Valley I-90 corridor. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, quiet and dry conditions. Currently nothing showing up on the radar right now. Your forecast for tomorrow, starting out on the cool side in the upper 30s to low 40s. Warming up into the mid to upper 60s by noon to 5 p.m. And still in terms of rainfall and wind speed, looking at quiet conditions, wind speeds between 10 to 15 miles per hour in the valley, and of course no rain is expected at all for tomorrow. In fact, regarding our rainfall outlook, our only chance of seeing any, at least part of rain, is going to be Friday. That will be from a approaching low pressure center to the south. And rainfall rates, if any, will be very low, just a few light sprinkles possible with mostly cloudy skies. Weather turns out quiet with beautiful conditions for Saturday and Sunday this coming weekend. And the bigger picture, high pressure keeping things quiet and dry in our area. This is the low pressure I was mentioning just before that could sweep north on Friday and bring with it a chance for some light sprinkles, but still clouds will arrive. This will sweep south. And then things will be very quiet and pleasant for the weekend. And so to our Skycast. Tonight, overnight lows will be falling into the 30s and 40s, most likely 30s across the area with patchy frost possible in areas north and south of the Mohawk Valley. Patchy fog as well, also possible, but with slightly stronger winds and more dry air in place, fog will be much more hard to at least be more thick for tonight compared to this past night. Thursday in the afternoon, looking pleasant, faded sunshine, wildfire smoke not impacting air quality too much, but it should be visible to the northwest or northeastern sky. as highs approach the mid to upper 60s. By Friday morning, mostly cloudy skies, temperatures warming up into the upper 60s once more. And then again, as I mentioned, that low pressure center could produce a few light sprinkles, nothing major at this point. And so for tonight, lows in the 30s and 40s with patchy frost. Tomorrow, highs in the mids to upper 60s with faded sunshine. Our 7-day forecast, similar weather is expected for Friday in terms of temperatures. However, mostly cloudy skies, chance for rain, but that looks to be the only real chance for rainfall for the next several days. Looking like a very, very nice early start.
Gotta be Friday, Football Friday.
Football Friday, all right, it's cloudy, but it's not like we got storms.
Light jacket.
No lightning.
Okay,
That's the thing.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, if there's football, you don't want lightning, but
No
if it's light
lightning.
rain, it's good for Friday Night Football.
All right, we can deal with it. All right, thanks. Coming up next, we bring in meteorologist Eric Gage, and this is one of those days where we're just gonna we're on the edge. Some areas could see a frost, some may not. It all depends on where you live.
Yep, it has to do with wind speed, elevation, primarily for areas south of the Mohawk Valley.
Put your mic on.
Take a look at this right here. The valley locations right here south of the Mohawk Valley, especially through the border of Chenango and Otsego County, as well as in North Country, could be seeing frost development. The Mohawk Valley largely is spared from this, overnight lows falling into the mid-30s most likely. And temperatures right now are still in the 40s right now and 50s.
Put your mic on.
It is. Should be on.
There we go. Now we got you.
I'm not sure why I wasn't on there for a second. I turned the switch on. Here we go. My mic is on. Hopefully it was easy to hear right there. Temperatures right now are in the 50s in Whitesboro, 45 Little Falls, 44 Inlet, 51 over in Earlville. And again, overnight lows are expected to fall into the 30s across a lot of the area tonight. Quiet conditions in the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. And again, for tonight, quiet weather aside from patchy frost, also patchy fog is possible in valley locations. I'll explain in more detail in the full forecast coming up. Back to you, Jason.
All right, thanks very much, Eric. Congress is deep.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening and welcome back. Here is a live look at the Wynn Hospital in downtown Utica from our Nexus camera. Mostly clear skies and quiet conditions are expected tonight, aside from patchy fog as well as patchy frost. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Those of you that saw frost last night do have a chance of seeing it. It won't be that widespread. However, sheltered valleys away from the wind, the temperatures could slowly start to fall into the lower 30s, especially in valley locations in the southern valleys, as well as higher elevations up in the North Country. The weather for tomorrow, starting out between 4 to 9 a.m., temperatures starting out in the upper 30s to low 40s, reaching 50 by 9 a.m. Quiet conditions with no rain expected and light winds between 5 to 10 miles per hour. Winds in the afternoon a bit stronger, 10 to 15 miles per hour, with still dry conditions, temperatures climbing up into the mid to upper 60s, and quiet weather will continue as we wrap up the day between 6 and 7 p.m. Regarding rainfall, Friday looks to be our only real notable chance of seeing rain. We're on the bordering edge of a low pressure center that was expected to bring a decent amount of rain south of us. And for now, things are trending. We are going to be on the border, meaning less rain for us. So mostly cloudy skies, some light drizzle is possible, but after this shifts east by Saturday, looking at very beautiful weather for this coming weekend. So the bigger picture, that low pressure I mentioned to you guys is right here, just on the border of Michigan and Ohio. That'll sweep south of us, depending on how far north it goes, and continue east. High pressure will be the determining factor in how much rainfall we do see Friday. And so to our skycast for tonight. Overnight lows falling into the 30s across a lot of the area. Lower 30s possible in those sheltered valley locations south of the Mohawk Valley. Tomorrow afternoon, warming up into the mid to upper 60s with faded sunshine with mostly sunny skies and the possibility of Canadian wildfire smoke aloft. Not a lot of it is expected to reach the surface. That could make skies a little bit more milky, especially from the east. Friday, mostly cloudy. Again, that spotty shower is possible as that low pressure continues its way south and east of our area. We'll continue to monitor how far north that system goes by tomorrow and tomorrow night. And so for tonight, patchy frost, patchy fog as well. Lows falling into the 30s and even lower 40s. Tomorrow, highs in the mid to upper 60s with mostly sunny skies, faded sunshine. Our 7-day forecast. Again, rain chances there for Friday. I know you mentioned Friday night football.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
No lightning, though.
No lightning.
Yeah, so if it's raining, I feel like football in the rain is, I think that's okay.
He says it because he's going to be inside.
I'll be inside, yeah.
All right, thanks, Eric. Coming up next, student loan payments are starting up again, causing some